Welcome to the Ultimate Fancast, where fans are the star of the show. Each week, we explore the epic co-created Battle Bunnies franchise from legendary artists Frank and Krista Linatra and the team at Junkbox Studios. Ultimate fans join BBS, Lord L, and Brian as they dive deep into the extraordinary world of the Battle Bunnies. Plus, we'll be your guides and take you backstage with the creators and actors who are captivating family audiences worldwide. Are you ready to meet this week's Ultimate Fan? It's time to fan up and enjoy the show.
Welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Fancast. This week we have an OG bunny, and in my opinion, a very generous and amazing Fluffle member. So let's welcome to the stage B-Hit.
Yay!
Hey, hello everyone.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you for having me.
We this was one of the ones on my calendar that I was like, oh, we gotta have B-Hit. We gotta have B-Hit on the show. It is not the Fluffle, it is not the Battle Bunnies unless we talk to you, Ultimate Fancast, because later on when we show off some of your collection and hear the stories behind that, like people will be in awe. Like it's just, you are an ultimate fan in my book. So we want to definitely dive into that. So usually how we kind of get started with guests is we just kind of go back to the beginning. Like, what was it, that attracted you to the community, to the art? Like what's the story? How did you learn about the Battle Bunnies?
It's kind of funny. Started out, and this is like the probably the second one that I was involved in. And Brian, let's see, Crypto Maximus, right? He got me in. I hit the scene. I would hop in the chat. I'd hit my little guy with the two little smoke puffs after it, and start chatting with people, and I just fell in love with the group of the people, and from there, saw the Spartans come on. Was waiting for them. Minute to cut with three of those. Um, did all right on the mint, but the best one that I got off open sea ended up being a full set. But yeah, it's like thanks to Brian, I was here. Minute a center, and then got into the Battle Bunnies, and pretty much have been here the whole time, and it's my main focus. I'm in a few other ones, but they don't catch any of my time. This is where I'm at all the time.
You were truly an OG. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you were.
And we're happy that you are, because geez. Just that's awesome to talk to you every day. Like just whatever we're doing, like we're playing a game that's outside of the bunnies, or just like within the Discord. Like it's just always a positive, happy time when you're there. So thanks for doing that, for being there. I mean, it's a big thing, right? We're all busy. We have our lives.
Right.
I had 100 meetings today, but still chimed in and saw you there. So
Yeah.
awesome.
It's nice to have a place to come where you're usually always greeted with things that are going on that are fun, that are upbeat. Not too many downtimes in the Fluffle. Everybody's usually putting out the good vibes, so that it makes it enjoyable, even if you only have enough time to stop in and see what's going on. If you can't follow the whole day, or you're busy that week, it's always nice that you can just pop in. There's always something good, something fun going on. Somebody's got something funny to say, or somebody's got something interesting. So yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. There's always some sort of fun thing going on. Like, and that's what attracted me to it early on. Like, I mean, we're almost nearing my 1 year anniversary. Like you just celebrated probably your 2 year plus anniversary with the Spartan mint. Let's say that 10 times fast.
Okay, we're ready.
Spartan mint. No.
We'll get the rest of them later. I'm here for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like 2 years, like what have you, like being an OG, what have you observed over that 2 years? Like, that, keeps you coming back?
With this project, I've just observed what Wayne. First off, Krista and Frank. I mean, they have so much heart and energy, and they put into it, and they keep putting into it all the time. It's obvious when you talk to them. When you just show up for a few minutes, and you're going to say something, you just want to check in on something. They're always around, and then the community just pulled off of that. So when I think about what kept me coming back, is that's it. You can always see that the focus is forward. There's never been a drop in it. There's never been a time of hey, is this not going anywhere at all? It's always going somewhere. There's always something going on. And if you hang out just a little bit, you can always get a little bit of information. You can get a little tidbits of the fact that there is stuff going on in the background. It's not anything that it's dying ever. It's always moving forward. So that's what's kept me here. I mean, it's like the vibe attracts your tribe, right? The art is great. The family's great. Just good times and good feels, and Lord knows we all need more of that in our lives. And so, what a great way to check out of reality and jump in with a bunch of people that kind of share a bunch of different aspects of their lives in this little community. So, yes, very very cool. So yeah, so that's it. That's it. Other than needing a place to spend all my money.
Take my ETH. Take
Yeah.
my ETH, please.
That's at like 1,000 shares on that GIF. I created that GIF for the Discord, and it's been shared the most in like months that I've made it. So it's crazy.
That's a great one. Yeah, like that was so true. I mean, like for so many of us for so long, like it just continues to ring true. I think for fans. I mean, like I'm just amazed by how quickly like these mints, the series 2, like it's a few minutes. It's not like and it's just over and over again. Like we've had 5 mints now for series 2, 100 eggs, or what is it? Is it 99 or is it 99 or 100?
Yeah. Well, I think there's like treasury and team and blah blah blah. But
yeah, so it's roughly 100 eggs every time. Like
let's say 100.
Yeah. I mean, that's been fun to watch. And I I like everybody else, wish I could buy more of them, but non-financial, right? Like we always have to disclaim. But yeah, just the art, like is there a particular, like with these last series 2 eggs that and we'll look at your collection, man. I got a couple of them to share with the community. Just is there anything that's come out in this recent series that you're excited about?
And it's like it's funny. It's like I love every one of them that have came out already, but the ones that haven't hatched yet are the ones that have my eye the most. It's like the molten egg is like I want to see what in the world's in that, and then I've got three of the seether eggs. So I hope I do well on what comes out of those. So it's like favorites. It's like I love them every one. There's probably a couple of them. It's like as you get towards the legendaries, that those are the ones I like the best. That's always my goal is the upper ones. I like the uniqueness of the upper ones. But yeah, love them.
Like let's jump into your collection, because I mean we'll talk around this, because your collection is like one of the top collections that I've ever seen. Like and you've been disciplined about it. Like you can tell that you've got a strategy like as you get into it. But we probably should start at the thing that caught my eye when I first came in, because this transaction actually took place very, very soon. And for those who don't know, this is King Leonidas, but it's not just it's not just a King Leonidas. There's 7 of them, right? This is the King of Kings. This is number uno of the collection out of 300 from the first Spartan Mint. So you have the number 1. So what's the story behind it?
I have the last one. So
he is so awesome. Like that gold and everything. Like
Yeah, it's just Jad must be flipping out right now because he loves gold.
It kills me. Is when we minted the first three that I had, I minted, and they were all nice ones. And the one I bought from OpenSea was a full set, and it was right outside of the 25. If I remember right, I think it was level 26 or rank 26. And I'm just a rank shooter. I mean, I want to climb the ladder. And so it was one of the first ones I let go of, really, because I knew I was going to climb the ladder and he was worth the most. And so after getting rid of him and slowly getting rid of the other ones, also working my way up, I got to number 10, which was the number 300 bunny, which was ranked number 10. And I felt like there was no way I was getting any higher. A few people have a couple, three. I think Very Hoppy Spartan has 3 or 4 in the top 10. He has like I think two in the top 5, and I sent him message after message, trying to pleading with him to trade me this, just get me in the top 5 with you. But no, he wouldn't, because I really never thought that the opportunity would come up, and I started I started just to really, I guess, to give up, and then I saw that and for the life of me I can't remember the guy's name who was getting rid of it. His name's not ringing in my head. But man, he put it up, and he was asking, I think he was asking probably what it was worth. But I ended up offering him two, and at the end of the day, he gave it up, and it was an incredible moment. I will say that now. Uh, I, there's no way I wouldn't have done it. To have the number one probably was the biggest achievement in this whole thing that I ever thought I would be able to make. It is definitely my pride and joy. I've talked to Frank about it a couple times, getting me a uh, a big print of it, not like a 12 by 12, but maybe like even maybe do like a 3 by 3 and let that canvas be my center point, and then have my other ones that I have around him. He being my base, but yeah, he's awesome, and I love it. It's just incredible.
Yeah. I keep a spreadsheet, and when you big surprise for anybody that knows me.
I'm just like, you have to tell somebody that.
Like I have a spreadsheet, and like I have like yours has like, I call it the King of Kings, like, and I have one, and I know that he's part of the other 7 King Leonidases, because I think there's 7. Am I right? I could pull up my
You're right.
spreadsheet. And I just made, like, when you purchase it, I was like, that is the separator. Like, that's different. Number 1 of 1, like, is the very top ranked one. And then all the other King Leonidases, which I was able to pick up one in the secondary market, from Pleb, I think. Yeah, it was Pleb. And got the card with it and stuff like that. No, it wasn't Pleb. It was somebody else that I purchased the King Leonidas off of. But yeah, like I was just as excited. Didn't pay, I paid 1 ETH for it. And like you said, when I purchased it, I feel like I got a great value out of it, because I got the card, I got a King Leonidas. I'm trying to collect all 9 of them, all the different, or 8, the 8 rankings. Yeah, I think it's 8 rankings. So I'm trying to get all 8 of them. And I have 6 or 7 of them at this point. So still working on the rest, the 2 that I don't have. But yeah, it's yours is special. Like it's I've always thought it was special. Like when I saw it listed, on secondary on OpenSea, I was like, man, I wish I had the ETH to purchase that. So you trading up into him and getting him, that's an awesome story.
Yep, it was great. I will never forget it for sure, and he'll be with me for a long time.
Yeah, and you can see I've created like little 8x8s of my guys, like, they're the little small canvases, but I don't have any wall space in my little office. So I would love to have a bigger one of the Spartans at some point. But yeah, I could totally see you going like, 3 feet by 3 feet or whatever size you wanted to make, and have that go around, because he's just all gold, just the phalanx background, like just it's a stunner. Congrats on that
Yeah.
pickup. That was a nice pickup.
Thank you.
So this is just one of many.
Just one.
In your
I'm
collection.
at a museum right now, and I'm just like, oh, okay,
yeah. We haven't like,
Amazing.
he is definitely like, what would you call that? Like a signature piece.
Yeah.
But then we start going into like the bunnies that, series 1 bunnies. You have just a bunch of legendaries, like, and for those uninitiated who don't know what the legendaries are, the legendaries have like their headwear, their, the things that they're holding and stuff like that. They're all from the same, like in this one's a hell, HEL, crown, arrows, and shield. So that you actually have 2 of them. So these these are all different, but they're still like legendaries, like bunnies. So you got a bunch of these. Did you is there any story behind any of these, or like kind of how did you go about collecting the different legendaries as you were picking some of these up when
That one
series
right
1?
there. That one that you have on now is number 52, and the one that you had on before that was 259. Both of those, when the first series 1 came out, they did an auction, and you didn't know what you were going to get, but you knew that it was going to be a legendary or mythic. And I can't remember how many. I feel like maybe there was 5 different auctions. And man, it's like me and it was me and a very hoppy Spartan ended up really chasing them down, and so I picked up both of those in that auction. And when they when they revealed, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, that's so nice. So I mean, I wouldn't have picked anything but that one, especially the one you have up there right now, 52, 259. The one you had before was incredible, also. But they're both like perfect in my mind. It's like so I would have been chasing them anyway, but was so thrilled that those popped up when they revealed. Yeah, and yeah, good times.
Yeah. This one's hell. This one's got the Raven. Like, this is fully decked out in the Raven. And then you've got the gold. Jad, watch out.
Is Jad just talking to you every day? Like I've only seen 2 gold here, but
he has stopped asking too much. I ended up selling a few of them to him, but the gold ones that I have left are kind of where I set a price limit on them, because at some point you're like, the price limit has to keep it with you. I don't want to get rid of it. So if you were to want one of the pieces that I have left, like of the series 1, I have some Euligans and I have some eggs that I'll get rid of. But if you wanted one of my series 1, especially out of this grouping, it's like you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to understand the worth of it, the way that I see it, the way that the true collectors see it. So yeah, so I've talked to him plenty.
Then this is a gold Valkyrie. She's beautiful. You've got this one. Is this Kaliich? Did I pronounce that correct? Or
I think so.
That's what she is a Kaliich. She is magnificent. Just, I love I love it when they all like match. Like this one is this the, what is this one? Cernunnos. And then you've got Cernunnos, and then this is the Nyx. I've got one of these. I was able to pick up a Nyx legendary bunny in the secondary, and she's awesome. And then that's actually her egg. Like, you've got this was your unhatchable from series 1, right? Like, you got
jeez, that's a great set.
So she's got she's the Valkyrie. And then now did you with her, did you have her in your collection and decide whether to incubate the egg, for the
Good
Valkyries?
question.
Yeah. It's like it's like I can't remember how. I probably had like 17 Valkyries if I remember right. There might have been, yeah, I might have had one or two more. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I didn't get rid of any of the Valkyries that I had. I held on to every one of them that I minted. I minted like 70 something of this first series when it
Yeah, I
first
remember
opened
seeing
up.
you in the OpenSea Pro tells you who are the biggest mentors. Like they have some behind the scene data, says this, like if they've got it correctly, they'll be like, this one account, was one of the top mentors. And I think you were definitely in the top 10 for series 1 from minting. You had a collection. We'll talk about what comes along with that by having so many bunnies from series 1, as we get down in here, because that may be the story that I think we're going to get to. We had a pre-show talk about this, the holy hand grenade, and this one is just awesome.
Yep, love the pirate. The pirate,
Yeah,
unreal. Yep,
yeah, the pirate with the
unreal.
shaman mask and
Oh,
the holy hand grenade.
mm.
Did you mint this one, or did this come up? Did you pick it up from somebody else?
Oh
Do you
wow!
remember?
You know what? It's like I do not even remember. It's like I'm clicking on him right now. I'm following along. Um, I just don't remember.
Yeah, no
And
worries.
yeah,
You're a massive collector, so I know it's hard knowing all your babies. And then we get to the ultimate hero. Like you have this is Guardio. What is that? Did I pronounce that correct? And what's the
yep, that's
story?
exactly right. Yep. The story is that the other ultimate hero that I have is Nadia, and that is her guardian. And of course, he's in ghost form, but so he's Guardio, uh, and that's just it. There's not really much of a story behind the name or anything, um, but he's incredible. Well, every time I look at him, I just love it. I can't believe that I've got a card that's going to be coming with him on it too. So it's like, yeah, just really
Yeah,
fired up
Was
to see
Ghost
that
an option?
card.
Because I think this is the first one Ghost that I'm seeing for the Ultimate
Uh,
Heroes.
you know what? It's like I minted. I just happened to mint a Ghost Hero. I'm
Oh,
trying to
all
think.
right.
There might have only been a couple of them. I don't, say again. It's been a long time. A lot of minting since, but it seemed like there was it seemed like there was a couple of them,
yeah.
and I just
There's only a
happened to get
few.
one.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's only a few Ghost Ultimate Heroes out of the 50.
Goodness.
Yeah, and this now you
Uh,
did get this. Did you get to select Guardio's the
hmm
Raven sword
I
and
Yep. I
all
got to
that?
build him. Yes. hmm
mm.
Awesome. What was the process
hmm
like? What was it? Talk to us about that.
It's like I had it, I had in my mind, pretty good idea of what I wanted. And of course, I've looked at all the traits a whole bunch of times, and I just thought that the black would look so good with the ghost in the background that Frank had put out. And we put it together rather quickly, really. And I was like, oh yeah, that's it. That's it right there. And it was done. So it didn't take long.
Nice.
And yeah, I love it.
Now, is that the same kind of with Nadia? Was there?
Same.
Did you do that at the
It's,
same time, or did you kind of have separate meetings with Frank to talk through kind of
uh,
what you wanted?
separate meetings, and I was trying to do a little bit different weapons with her at first, and then after looking at it, and I thought, man, these lightsabers would add just a little bit of pop to it, and they're just badass. So
Yeah, they
uh
are.
so
Yeah,
so that's how she came about, and I love it. Love her too.
yeah, if I was like a Jedi or a Sith, I wouldn't want to run into her.
Yeah.
She's awesome. And obviously, I know that's a different franchise, but yeah, those light swords, those are awesome. They did, like you said, the contrast with the background and the black and just her gold body and everything. She's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, she's just awesome. Yeah, and then your Mythic.
One of those.
Yeah.
I was Sloth. Interesting story on this was I was talking to Crypto Maximus as we were minting through, and he, of course, he was in this well before I was into the whole NFT thing. We were both into crypto, and he kind of switched over to NFTs, but before I did, and brought me along after. But he was like, man, he's like, you keep on getting on here, you're minting all these daggone legendaries and this and that. He's like, he's just kind of griping about it, griping online about it, and to me about it. And I minted a few of them one morning, and I was on my way to work. I was probably doing it while I was driving, even. So I sent him a message, and I said, "Man, I'm going to go back and minute. I'm going to go back real fast and mint a mythic." And man, I punched it in, boom, and I sent him a message back. I was like, "You're not going to believe it." And he's like, "I just minted too, and I saw that somebody minted it right after me." He's like, "You suck." Like, yeah, man. It's like I can't believe it. It's like, but yep, I just did it. It's like I said I was going to do it, and bang, it just happened.
You just you just manifested it. You
Yeah,
spoke it
right.
into existence. We had Drywall on a few weeks back, maybe a few months or a month or so back, and he talks about manifesting a lot of the stuff that he's considered to be lucky inside the community. But he's like, it's all about just manifestation. Like it's like talking about it and thinking that it'll happen. Sometimes it does. So in this case, you did exactly that. And this goon is definitely, for a pirate like BBS, it is like it is the crown jewel of the
awesome.
pirate
I'm happy
collection.
that you have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Were you a fan of the Goonies movies at all? Did you watch those when you were younger?
Yeah.
Or movie, I guess there wasn't movies.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah. Do the truffle, was the truffle shuffle, right? And my kids enjoyed it also, as I brought it, I brought it around for them to enjoy too. But yeah, Goonies is great.
Yeah. The homage that Frank does in the collection to some of these things from the 80s and other huge franchises, I just love it. Like I love the connection to other collections or other media properties that just take me back to when I was a kid. Like I watched the Goonies movies. I've heard rumors that they're looking at doing a remake, so that could be something on the horizon that would be nice for the Goonies, and even collection of things like this that just it's so cool. All right. Now this is a special club because not a lot of people, like we've talked about this with a few other Ultimate fans that we've had on, but when did you mint this Spartan Ghost, or did you pick it up?
Yep, I'm entity. Yep.
Yeah. One of
man.
22 Spartan Ghosts. Like I picked up one in secondary. I was super happy to get that because like your King of King Leonidas, like I think just because he's a ghost doesn't make him not a Spartan. So I was like, I got to get a Spartan to go with my other Spartans. So you can see I have him, like he's my PFP, and that's that was the first canvas that I got done. I need to write a backstory on him, but yeah, I love these Spartan Ghosts. I think they're awesome, and he's holding the gold shield, which is awesome to your other one.
Yep, love him. I was real excited when I got him. I minted a bunch of bunnies to make sure, a bunch of ghosts to make sure I got one. And I was like, oh yeah.
Nice. Now, did you know in the mint that there was Spartans in the ghosts at the time?
Yeah.
Did they talk about that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We knew there were going to be some in there. It's like, it seems like it. It's like I hate if I'm wrong, but yeah, it seems like it. Yeah. Seems like we knew they were going to be in there.
Nice. I wish I honestly, I wish I would have listened to John back in May of 2022 at this event, or when he was telling me what he was doing with these NFTs, and like I would have been right there with you at the beginning. Like but I was only investing in crypto at the time, and then I had an NFT. That's what got me to that conference where we met at. I had this what's called a never-ending ticket. I gave 0.75 ETH for a ticket to this conference, and as long as the conference goes on, the ticket never expires. So it's like I can go. This will be my third year. It's more than paid for itself. I wrote a chapter in a book with Joe Polizzi. And I've got to know Joe through all of this experience and stuff like that. And it was through that NFTs that I met John and got exposed to the Battle Bunnies. So like that's the real value, is like getting exposed to this community, falling in love with the art, the artist, and just everything. Like this has been a great experience. But man, I wish I would have been minting with you guys back when they were rolling these things out. But it's early. It's still early. So
Yeah.
So Brian, what's the name of that book if someone wants to look it up? And
it's again, it's called The Content Entrepreneur. And it's critical strategies to accelerate your success as a content creator. And Joe Polizzi is the godfather of content marketing, and he's also a Battle Bunnies community member. Like he has, I think, a Spartan and stuff like that. We're trying to get him on the show, but he's like, man, I don't really do anything with my collection. But he also doesn't he have something you want, BBS?
oh my goodness, yeah. He's got it's an elite group of bunnies that I don't want to overhype because then no one will trade with me. But since the cat is mostly out of the bag, there are 13. There's a patch that there's a bunny that I have named Grace or Murphy. She's in the trading card game, or the TCG. She has this purple patch, and there's only 13 of them. So I have 3 of them, but there are 10 in the wild, and Joe owns one of them, and he just will not. There's like no way to contact him. Brian's my in for that, but who knows? Like
maybe I'll talk to him. The next conference is coming up in May. Maybe I'll ask Joe again, like, hey Joe, are you doing anything with your Battle Bunnies? Because I've got a buyer that will take them off your hands, that wants one of your purple patch pirates. So yeah, I'll see what I can do for you.
So in that elite group, if I can just get 2 seconds of airtime, is John Briggs. He's got one. So I'm not, and when I say this, I'm not looking to trade. I just want you to know that it's a part of this elite group, and that I may have a story for it, like an offshoot for a Grace. And so I'd like you to be a part of that. Not that I want to trade you, but if you want to trade me too, that's fine. All right, so it's John, Linda Ray, who I believe works with John, or no? Does Linda Ray work with John? No. Okay. I think she has been in the Unfantasy.
Oh, I think she I know she's in the CEX community. Like I've seen her name liking stuff for the book. So I think she has something to do with like Mark Schaefer's project or these other things. But anyways, go on.
Old Man Gamer, Disco, who has a pirate. Really? Not surprised, Disco. Melly, with Creature, and Pirate Mothy. So I'm not going to be able to trade any of these amazing individuals. BHit, I'm surprised you don't have one, because it's literally a list of lists here of people that, if you have, imagine pulling up this list saying, okay, I need to collect all of these, and going, yeah, there's no way. I'd either you, Brian, and Klopping and Aaron, maybe if they were on this list, I wouldn't be surprised. Really.
Yeah, I don't have any purple patch guys. No, those other guys.
It's gonna be a fun offshoot story that maybe we can all come together and make a story.
Traveling around on the boat, the Blackbird Spider.
Yeah, or find your own way. Who knows?
Yeah. Awesome.
But this show is about BHit, not me. So.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna cut all of this out of the show.
We're gonna cut all this out. It's all nonsense.
All right, now let's get into your Euligans.
The Euligans.
You had some great ghosts. You got Spartan Ghost. Now let's get into your legendary Euligans. You don't just have regular Euligans. You've got the legendary ones. And you have several of them. All minted, I assume, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many? Do
Been
you
a
remember
lot
how
of
many
them.
you minted? Like how many you minted at the Hooligan? Like any idea? Was it in the 20, 30 plus range?
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, it was definitely. I think it was close. It was close to 30. I'd say. It's like I'm trying to
Okay.
think of. It's like it's been a minute, but yeah, it was up there. I
So
think it minted out really quick, if I
Oh, so
remember right.
fast, yeah, because it's a brand new like
Yeah.
whole genre of things, right?
yeah, the story behind it is so awesome. So
Mm.
you've got this pajama one, the spoon liquor pajama. You got the candy PJ one hoarder. You got the Santa Claus candle swiper with the awesome background
Mhm.
and the snowflake overlay. And then you got the Santa Claus bowl bowl liquor with that. So those four are awesome, but these next two things, this is where it gets epic. Because you got the Hooligans and you got the gift hoarder,
Yeah.
which is so coveted.
It
Uh,
is.
Mhm.
yeah, there's only one of 10. There's like every Christmas did you get a gift, right? Or something like,
Yeah,
did you
that's
get a gift
right.
this Christmas? What was this year's gift?
It was an ornament.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
very
nice.
nice ornament for the Christmas tree.
Very cool. Yeah. Like BBS was talking about his who's who list for
Mhm.
his purple patch. Like the gift hoarders is a who's list.
Look, I'm actually BHit. We've talked about this, and it's like, like
Yeah.
It's such a great piece that I don't want to take this from. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's so good that like you should hold on to it forever.
Right.
I was lucky to have one, and then sold it. That's up to me. That's on me. But
Remember
this
us
yeah these
talking now. That's right.
yeah, and then yeah, so we can talk about it in like 2030 if you'd like to, because I'd still be
Put
open
it
for
on the
that.
calendar.
Yeah.
But
Like,
yeah,
get it planned.
I'm literally setting my alarm right now for 2030 to talk about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. And
But
then if that wasn't enough, you minted a Grinch.
ooh, with a cool background. Mm,
Yeah.
You
Love the
minted
Grinch.
the Grinch. Grinch is one of 10 mythics. And then to like just take it up another notch, you got a Grilla.
Oh
One of
yeah.
8. One of 8
Yeah. The
Grillas.
yeah, the reveal was incredible.
I'm
When I
sure.
found all three
Goodness.
of those, when I found all three of those, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it." Um,
Mm.
yeah,
How did that, like, did they reveal them all at once? Kind of like what we're doing. Like, I've only been around for series 2 mint.
It
This
was
is
a gift. It was a gift, and then it kind of animated like slowly. So kind of like the eggs are now. Like it was just like, okay, so check your wallets. Something hatched. Not really a hatch, but it was definitely a slower reveal than
I
others.
saw the GIF with the exploding like package
Mhm.
or something like that was
right.
on them before they came out. So, but yeah, this
It was
series 2
really
stuff is
exciting.
the first mint that I've actually been part of with the collection. Everything else I got was secondary. So, and I guess I was part of the egg reveals, which that's
Mhm.
when I came in, was the light dragon egg reveals. But yeah, this Grilla,
Yeah.
Yep.
she's not the most, like, she reminds me a lot of the Goonies mom. Do you remember that from the Goonies
Oh
movie?
yeah.
Yeah. She
Right.
kind of has that, but that's
And both of them are spiral, so that like or whatever that
yeah,
background is called. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that spiral background is awesome. Um, but
Yeah. So
then
congrats on all that. Goodness.
so it gets better, right? Like
It's
it
getting
possibly
better.
couldn't get any better, like in your collection. But then we get to the light dragons, and you got some. And I didn't put a whole bunch of your light dragons in here, but you got like this legendary spearhead. You got the plumed. What is the plumed longtail?
Yep.
Mhm.
Legendary. You got the striped longtooth elder, and he's like, these are all purebred. So these are like these are purebred versions of those, um, and then you got this one, the timber fang. Oh,
Goodness.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
background. The background alone, and then it's ridiculous with the dragon. Like he's goodness.
Love that dragon.
Do you love the silver? Because for some reason, like 3 of your legendaries are all like in that silver like tone. Like, was that just coincidence?
It's just coincidence, but I do love it. This
nice.
that one is the one I got on the coffee mug.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Like, these are very nice. The legendary dragons.
Yeah, I won one of those from the Unfantasy loser bowl too.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. And then this is like
so good.
The molten egg. Like, what was it like when you got this? Because like gift hoarder owners got this pre-series 2, right? Like this came out, the 10 of you got this reveal, and I think everybody lost their mind. But how about you as an owner? Like, what was it like to see this?
It's just too much. I've put offers out to everyone, I think, for theirs, just to see if I can get anybody to bite on giving up one of them. It's like I'm glad that the way everything's going now, that you get to keep the egg, the image of the egg also, because it's so cool. Frank did a hell of a job on it. It's intense.
It is very, very intense. And you were saying earlier, like I didn't grab one of these, but you had the Scyther, the Dark Scyther egg as well that Spartan holders could claim ahead of the series 2. And you got a couple of them off of secondary, right? Like some people sold.
So those aren't hatching, I believe. They're just going to be used as like benefits for Scyther, from what I understand.
Yeah. So this one I think will hatch.
This will definitely hatch. Yeah.
That one's definitely hatching.
This one doesn't, because you can see the dragon inside of it.
Yeah, you can see the dragon. Well, you can see the dragon in front of the Scyther ones too. Maybe we just need someone to say that officially, like in a space, or like, hey, these aren't hatching officially, because we do know that, but I'd love to see.
Well, it'll just be revealed like with part of the story or whatever in book 2 that's coming out soon. So, like maybe we'll learn more about like the phases and that kind of stuff as the next book comes out and stuff. But this molten egg, like, oh my gosh, I never wanted to have a gift hoarder so bad. When I saw this, I was like, oh,
what a great!
I can imagine.
Right?
I would have paid a pretty penny for one of these. Yeah, I would definitely paid a pretty penny to have one of these. Like, non-financial advice, just me as a collector, love it. 1 of 10, they're nice. Now we're back to like the actual minting of the eggs, and tell me what was, or for those that don't know and they probably can't tell, this is one of the unhatched that you just minted. But what's special about this one in particular? Do you know?
Yeah. It's like, I'm trying to think if it's is it the hero one?
It is the hero.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You minted a hero egg. There's only 2 in each of the 5 that, like, 2 out of the, so what, there's 10 out of the 500. So you got one of those. Where did this?
Isn't it a wheel also? I think it's
a
hero and a wheel. Yeah.
Is it a wheel as well? So yeah, that's like
double.
That's a double benefit for this one. And who knows what's inside of it? Like, it could, it could be, something that's a mythic, or I don't know. But
look at the shine on that though. Like, how does Frank do that? That's crazy. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's next level.
And then you got
goodness.
One unhatchable. Like, you got one unhatchable and you got a hero in this last one. Were you minting together and you got these, or did you mint like different series and pick them up like different parts of the days? That I think it went over 2 days, right? Did you mint everything all at once?
Like, I'm usually pretty excited and want to get them as fast as I can. I got that FOMO. It's like I don't. It's like when I have a number of them I want to get, I want to make sure that I do. Um, for all the reasons of my collection, it's like I want to be able to pick through them. I want to be able to. I want to be able to share them with some people that weren't able to get them or didn't get what they want. So in case they want to buy or they want to trade up, and then so that allows me to have some pick and choose for what I want. So I usually have a number to get, and I get it pretty quick. I don't mess around too much.
You don't mess around. Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's
thank you for like as a giveaway in the Discord that you're a part of, where you're giving one of these away to someone that's a level 5 that didn't have the chance to get one. So I think that is really generous and awesome of you to do that, to help out, a member. Like, how exciting would that be? Could you imagine not having one of these eggs or not being able to get one, and then through this offer you like become part of someone's story of how they got into this? It's epic, and thank you for doing that. And this is not the first time you've done something like this either.
Right.
And just to clarify, it's not an unhatchable. These unhatchables
No, it's
are
not an
special,
unhatchable. Yeah, so it's
like
not
the
the one that we're
heroes,
seeing here. Yeah.
but it is
another
still
one.
it's one of these. It just doesn't have the hero trait or the Wheel
yeah.
of Destiny, but it's still, still a coveted egg to have, one of 100.
Yeah.
It basically
with all the utilities that you're going to get for series 2.
Yeah. And they've described it as like our second Genesis. So like just being a holder in this second Genesis with the Dark Dragons, I think is awesome. So you got one unhatchable from Imaginic Falls, and then I was looking through your collection, and you also have an unhatchable from what was that, Delirium or Mystic Myrrh?
Yeah, I think that's the Forest of Delirium.
This is the Delirium egg. Okay.
Love those eggs.
Yeah. And the nice thing about, like, we had to wait until the end to get the reveal on whether or not we had an unhatchable in series 1 with the light dragons. With the series 2, it's been nice that immediately that you've got an unhatchable. And one of 2 from the Forest of Deliriums, and then you got also one from the Mystic Myrrh, which 3 unhatchable eggs, like that's a pretty good haul. That's a pretty good haul. I was hoping to get like when I was minting more in the, like at the beginning, I was hoping to get like you did, like a hero or an unhatchable or something like that. I just did not. I ended up running out of steam as far as being able to mint. I even need to pick up a pirate egg. I don't have a Crags of Croy egg, so I'm gonna have to eventually find one on secondary or make a trade or something like that. But I want to get the hero squirrels. And in order to do that, you got to have one of all lands. And I just got on the pirate one. I was gonna get one, but I was at work both days and I couldn't get home, and they sold out. So it was just my loss. But I'm glad other people were able to mint them and sell out so quick. But yeah, 3 unhatchables and a hero. That's a pretty good haul, in addition to all the other elders and matures.
Yeah, congrats on that. I'm just saying that over and over, aren't I? Just congrats on that. It's awesome.
Congratulations.
I'm genuinely happy for you. It's great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, we are so happy for you, because like, you're a great collector. You're a great community member. Like, it's
you're strategic
awesome
about it. It's great.
So early on, you got a custom.
There we go.
Right?
Yeah. That was I don't
know if you can see the tears coming from my eyes.
That was a wow moment. It's like me and Frank talked several times about what was going to happen, and it blew me away. To me, it's like it still does when I see it. It's like it just blows me away.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how much input did you have on this custom? Like,
it's like I tell you, it's like I had some input, but I'm trying to think of how to say it. It's like, I think that he had an idea of something that he wanted to do also. And so I think the together of talking helped build his idea. And of course, I'm thrilled to death with it.
My goodness.
And that's
it's
where
perfect.
Any better. Yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah, it absolutely is.
we haven't discussed this, but I'm guessing, are you a pirate in the classes? Is that your chosen class that in the community?
It's like I think I picked Spartan.
You are smart. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, you just have some amazing pirates. I didn't know if like
yeah,
that swayed you to be, like Davy Jones and you got a goon, like
yeah.
that kind of thing. Because these are some. I mean, he's in the
Epic.
game.
Yeah.
He's in the TCG. And before I talk about the TCG or ask questions about it, tell us about this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Baby center collab.
Goodness! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah.
Bored to
But,
death. Goodness.
and
Yeah, I
was
remember you bought
trying.
that.
Yeah, I was trying. I was trying to min it. Of course, I guess we all were. And it's like it's like the gift tidbits. It's like it was getting down to where there wasn't many left, and it was going to come out soon. And trying to think what Javi called it when he was doing a thing at the end where he was like hyper minning or something. I forget it. But anyway, and it came out, and I was like, oh man. And I put a good offer in it on it right away, and probably somebody could have beat me, but I think because I got the best offer in quick, I got it and was just thrilled to have it, love it. Got the canvas to go along with it, um, and yeah, it's incredible. What an idea! It's different, but it fits. Love it.
Yeah, it's a beauty. And if Luke was here, we miss you, Luke. Sorry you couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But Luke
You
actually
might pop
has the
on.
canvas of the baby center as well. Like this is one
Mhm.
of his favorites, and I know he would have been excited to be on and talk about it with you. But yeah, like just awesome collection. Like
Mhm.
you have a crazy awesome collection. So
Yeah.
Thanks.
yeah, like
Love it.
um speaking of the Davy Jones and like transitioning to like the TCG, have you been like, are you a TCG player? Is that something you participate in, get excited about?
I do like it, and I have I've watched a little bit of it. Of course, I bought bought everything when it came out, but I have not played yet. Um, I have two different jobs. I run a business, and I'm also a sales guy for a lumber company. So I've just got a lot of stuff going on. We're busy. We try to go down to Florida Keys. You all see me talk about that. So we try to go down there a couple times a year. So I stay so busy doing lots of different things. So I have not played it, but I need to. I need to strap myself down and go through. So I will probably initiate myself this next Richmond trip, to where I can sit down with somebody, actually sit down with someone and learn it. Go through it a little bit and then start going from there.
Nice. Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm like you. I collect the things, but I haven't played yet. And um, before we started rolling, you and BBS were talking about some other games that you guys were playing. I didn't know if you were, kind of a TCG player and other areas like Magic and stuff like that. So I was
Mhm.
just
Back in the day, did Pokemon with my son. So that's the only thing we did. Back then. That's so been a long time ago at this point. Uh, should have did this past time at Richmond, but didn't. I need
I think they're gonna do it this next time. I think they have an area where they're gonna do. I think it's Pokemon and Magic, along with the Scyther game. So that should be fun.
so Jesse's
yeah,
expanding it to Pokemon and Magic the Gathering.
I believe so. Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
yeah, yeah. Good
Well, what
times.
other questions you have, BBS? Usually you have some great questions in your notebook that you just been sitting
I had a
on
funny one about the gift order. I'll spare you that one. Oh man, we really went back and forth on that, and I enjoyed that. But at the end of the day, I was like, I couldn't trade for that because you should have it. Um, so we've seen all the bunnies. Who is your favorite aside from the the number one Spartan? Like, do you have a favorite that we wouldn't normally think? Like, okay, so your custom is great. Like, is there one like that's out of the usual? Like,
Which one of your
David
kids do you
Jones.
love the most?
Yeah,
Which
which one's
one
your
of your
favorite
kids
bunny?
do you love the most? Like, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which one of your kids?
right. Davy Jones would be probably be my second favorite one at this point, and I don't know that that'll change.
It's my
They're
second
both
favorite
just
one. It's not even part of my collections.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just so those two in particular are definitely my babies.
Do you have any ideas for series 2, your customs, like what you want to have created by Frank? Have you thought about that at all?
I have not even thought about it. It's like I know I'm going to have several to make. I'm not gonna, it's like, but it's like I've got several also to get rid of. So it's like I'll probably help you out with your pirate egg if you want.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's like when it gets down to it, it's like I'll do some soul searching. I'll put some time in and think about it and go over thing, and I'll probably get told you can't do that. You can't do that a couple times, but at the end, I'm like I can't wait to see what happens and what turns out.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I have an idea of what I think I would like to do for a custom at some point down the line. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. So yeah, I would I'd and it's gonna tie into the fan cast and everything. So yeah,
Ooh,
like
I like that.
yeah. But yeah, what was my other question? Oh,
I want to see Grace as a captain. Like that would be the custom. Like to elevate Grace to captain would be awesome.
nice. I did remember a question. The book, like, is Nadia or Gardio gonna make an appearance in one of the upcoming novels?
Well, I'm not sure.
Right.
It's like I probably should do some background writing and stuff for some of them.
You
I've
got
not
you got a
done
nice collection.
any
They're
of that.
definitely yeah.
I know if you write
But
something right, you might get a ping like, "Hey, like what? I have a question about that," because I know I wrote something about one of the characters I had, and someone popped into my DM and said, "Hey, I got a question about that." Like, oh, okay, I didn't know that would be a response, but I was just sending it off.
right,
Do you want to
You
see
never
any
know.
of them in the card game? Like, do you want to see them show up on a TCG card at any point?
oh yeah. It's like I've already before my Davy Jones is already in there.
Yeah.
So
I was talking about
so
like
you
any of the other
Yeah, so then
legendaries, like
we had
Valkyries, or
shamans and
in any
sorcerers I
of
believe
them.
coming up.
just
Any
any.
of them that I have that show up, it's like I eat all of that up. That's
Mm-hmm.
You got to name them. I
it
think they want a
it
backstory.
it's what brings it to life, right? I mean, that's what brings it to life. So uh,
Yeah. Have you
It
seen
helps
Peak View?
others
Man,
too
Peak View has
understand.
been naming a bunch like lately,
Yeah,
right?
Peak Views on it.
yeah,
Like him and
Like,
Miss Firefly are just naming everything. So,
yeah.
which is great. Like, it just keep it coming.
There's so many. Like, I was building a game called Name That Bunny, and I
Mhm.
was making the different levels based on like whether they're novel characters, like your Davy Jones or something like that. That would be like one of the elites. Like, and I noticed that like he's just been naming like a crazy amount. Like he and Miss Firefly have like 20 plus. Like, but there's only been like 200 or 300. Is it
Yeah.
higher than that? It's like 40
Oh,
plus.
yeah. It's. I would
Yeah.
be surprised if it wasn't past 60. So I mean, they just keep going. So.
Yeah. So in my game, like I had to like are they just a regular bunny, but they have like a name because it's called Name That Bunny. So anything that has a name that shows up in the collection will show up in the game.
Mhm.
And then like the hardest ones are the common, but they're named. Like like
right,
the legendaries, and like Davy Jones, he's in the collection. I think you have 3 of them. You have the Goon, and you've got Gardio and Nadia, and you got 4, and then you've got Davy Jones.
Mhm.
So like he could show up in one of our games that we do on with contestants. I'm not going to put you through that because we've had you for an hour.
right,
We want to be respectful of your evening.
yeah.
Um,
Right.
but yeah, like it.
You want to see in the future for the Battle Bunnies? Any like particular type of creature or anything
I'm
like that? We've had amusement
I'm
park. It's been said before. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, yep, that'd be great. But no, it's like I like what's coming up. What's already planned, I think sounds good, and pretty much I want things to continue the way that they are. It's a lot of thought behind the scenes. You just see the love. You just see the love. It's something that's continuing to go. It's like here we are a couple years in it, but earlier. Trying to think one of you guys said, I think it was BBS, said it's still early. And it's like, and
Yeah,
that's
it's really
neat to
early.
hear someone say that. And it's like, you're over 2 years old, but someone's just it's still early, right? And so it's like, and to have that mindset and to look forward at just the unthinkables. Yes, it's just going to be an interesting ride. So I'm all for whatever happens and whatever comes out. Everything's been great so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you think back to Walt and Roy Disney, like
Mhm.
2 years in, they probably just produced Steamboat Willie and maybe a couple other things, like and look at it 100 years later, like what it can
Right.
become, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I still think it's still early, like for everything. The stories are still being written, so if you're new to the community, like you still have a chance to contribute. You still have a chance to add to the games. Still have a
Add to the
chance
books,
to
yeah.
write the future, be in the books, like all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
you still have a chance to take your bunnies and wrap it around your car and have like a bunny wrap, like um,
You could be a member for one day, not buy anything, get on the Fancast, tell us your story, and then it's literally there's so many different ways to do this.
yeah. There's no one way, and not the expectation isn't that everybody ends up being a collector like you either, BHit. So
Right.
like you are definitely elite collector in the community, and we love it. We love everything that you've been doing and what you've
Really
got.
epic pieces, like oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's a
Right.
few collections, like I said, that
Yeah.
you could spend time. Like we spent an hour just talking about what you have and the
Yeah.
stories behind
Yeah.
it. So that's awesome.
I love it. Obviously, I love it.
Yeah. Do you just sit on the couch some days and just like flip through your through your
You know,
open sea and
I
just be like,
I do.
Because we do, we just want to know if that's
Yeah.
weird. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
like
No.
we look at
No.
your
No.
collection and we think,
yeah,
No.
yeah, yours and the
yeah,
fireflies.
I
right, Miss
do that,
Fireflies, yeah,
and it's like
clopping.
the
Ryan's
number
collection's
one.
really good.
Yep. And the number one ping that I always look at is just listed. It's like as soon as that light comes on, I'm just listed. I'm seeing
You and me
what's
both.
people. It's like I want what's on, and it's like,
Hmm.
do I
I
want
took a couple of things down because I'm like, that's ridiculous, and I'm gonna regret that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
it?
no, I was like you last summer. I was like, if that just listed light lit up, I was like, oh. And there was a
Right.
couple times like on OpenSea where the just listed didn't show like with the Spartans and stuff like that. Like it didn't come over to Discord, and I just happened to always be pinging the different like the
Hmm.
Spartan collection, the Series 1 collection, and it's like it's not on just listed. I've got a minute. I can think about this.
Right. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
if it hits it and it's special, I mean, it's probably not going to last long.
No, like someone will swoop in. The
Yeah, I
usual
disappointed a few people.
offenders will come in.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You don't have to worry about me now. I've got my collection.
Nor me. I'm not gonna. I'm
I
not
got my
gonna complain.
eggs that I wanted. Like there's a few bits and pieces that I'd still like to add to my collection. But it's not like it was. Like I just felt like I had to get like all the light dragon eggs, and I had to get, as many of the Euligans that I could get, and got the chance to buy a Grinch and buy it off of somebody special, Luke. And that kind of rounded it out. I got he was like my second mythic. I was like, oh. So, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. I got enough things that I can just scroll to. So I totally get that
Yeah.
I
that
have
feeling.
just enough, but I'm very happy.
Right.
I don't have as much as you guys do.
But you picked up a whole bunch of bunnies from, who was it you were buying off of? Was it Jesse or somebody?
Jesse Smith.
Yeah. He had some great bunnies that he sold a while back, and you picked those up. Those were nice. I like that when a couple, like somebody that you didn't think was going to sell some, and they've got some early stuff. That's always
just
fun.
adds to that story too. I mean, he's a great guy, you know. So, and it
Yep.
just like, hey, look at the history of this. You know, it'd be similar if I picked up one from either of you guys. It'd be like, look who I got this from. This is great.
Yep.
It adds to that story, you know.
Yeah, I agree. He's a good guy for sure.
Yeah. Well, cool. Anything else? Like, again, I want to be respectful of your time.
Right.
We try to keep these to about an hour. I know, like Luke's went like 2.5 hours. And
yeah. Will you be joining us in Richmond this year? Will you be joining us in Richmond
definitely.
this year? Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I had to cut out early this past this last time, but I'll plan on being there the whole time. This time, just more of it, and it's another amazing thing about the community is how people showed out. The first time it's like a lot of people showed out, and I think that that made an impact. And then it's like, and so everybody in this community, everybody feeds off of what everybody's doing. And so I look for this next time. There's going to be too many of us. Well, there's never going to be too many of us, but there's going to be a lot of us there.
We'll just get our own hotel.
Right.
Could do that too.
What does the family think of all this? Like the travel and the collection? Like, do they, like, are they supportive? Like, what's it like?
Well, they're not like that. They're not supportive, but it's just one of those things that that I'm into that they're not into so much. It's my thing. It's like they don't care. Like whatever, you know. But grandson likes it. He likes the book. He likes the Hooligan book. And so that's been neat. I was really glad to get that in when it finally showed up, because I had told him about that. So that's neat. And so as I learned to play the card game, and he's about to where he can start to do something like that. That'll be interesting to see how that works, and see how it goes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Krista did a great job designing that book and doing all the puzzles, and just another, I call it the Lenatra. Is it Lenatra enough? And it really is. It's beautiful.
Yep, I agree.
And a classic, right? That's gonna be an every year thing. That book, it'll just be ongoing. Right. It's great.
Yeah. I agree.
All right.
That's all I've got, sir.
So it's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure talking to you all. It's like I of course love going through the collection.
I think the fans are gonna love seeing your episode. Like, they'll get to hear the stories. They'll get to see because I don't think everybody goes through collections like we do, like looking at others. But like what we had, was it Clopping that we had on, and it was like, I've never seen that background.
Yeah, I've never.
Background or something like that, or maybe it was you that said that. Like, I showed one like one time, and somebody was like, "I've never even knew that was a background." Like,
right? Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a coveted background," because there's only a few of them, and that kind of thing. So yeah, I go through collections. I look at the Battle Bunny vault. There's some amazing bunnies in that vault.
Yes.
Frank and Krista both have great collections. John has a nice collection. I mean, there's just so many people that got some really unique stuff that's awesome to look at. And yours is one of them. Like, it's definitely one that it's worth perusing if you're just on OpenSea and you want to kind of see what others hold.
So. Well, I enjoyed it. That was fun.
Great. Yep, thank you.
I didn't ask, but is there a story behind the name? Like,
that's a good question. I didn't
okay.
Okay, good.
Well,
we got it in.
No, The funny thing is like it's a short. It's like I was always in video games, 16, 17, coming up in high school stuff. I always had the computer and loved it, picking your name. Um, at that point I was a younger guy, right? And so I was a little bit ornery and into other things, and so it was Bong hit 69 is what it was. And then got married, had kids grew up, couldn't be Bong hit anymore, but they didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to give it up. So I just shrunk it down to B-Hit 69. And so, so it was doable. And so now, so since I was 16, I've been B-Hit 69 and just shortened form now. But
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you want that in the episode? Yes or no?
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
like it's
Alright.
funny. It's like
Good.
a couple of people when I first would because when I first hit the scene, it's like that's what I would literally show up and I wouldn't say hi. I would just put
Mhm.
my little sunglasses guy with the two puffs of smoke after it, and that was
Mhm.
pretty much me coming in. You know,
Yeah, I've seen that.
right?
But now it
Yeah,
has the story. Now it
Now
completes
there's
the
a story
story. I
to it.
know
Yeah, just
why.
like I don't know what the smoke is, but I'll figure it out later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right. But
I thought you were
that's
taking
it.
people out, like you were,
Yeah,
like a smooth criminal kind of thing, like coming in and
yeah.
taking people down. But now that you
It
put it
was
all together, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it was doing the
That's
branding
awesome.
thing, man. It's like to get to know who I am. Here I come.
Nice. That is
Yeah,
awesome. Well, I'm glad I asked then because
Yes.
yeah.
I was like maybe everybody knows except for me, and I probably shouldn't ask, but you don't find out if you don't ask. So I appreciate you
All right,
sharing that
no,
with
yeah.
us.
I'm glad you did. It was something that yeah, it's like in Richmond, it went over. But glad it got asked because it was like help people understand who I am.
Nice. Well, cool. No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
And you
thank
got
you,
a
B.
name tag too. That's even better. Like I'm so
right.
jealous about
Yeah,
the name
Yeah,
tags.
yeah.
yeah,
There's
mine's
there's
back
no
there.
way. Yeah, I was like, I got to find the name tag and get it on tonight.
Yeah, and mine's boring. Mine's just Brian. So like I'm
It's not
just
boring.
Brian.
There's no other Brians.
I'm
Well, there are,
Marshall.
but they
That's
have other
yeah,
names.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Cryptimus
I say,
Maximus and me share the same name. So,
yeah.
yeah, I'm
but he's got
Brian.
a cool name.
My first name's Brian.
You're a Brian as well. Oh,
Oh my
nice.
goodness,
See?
what's happening?
All Brian's. You could have been a Brian BBS. You could have
I could
been,
have, yeah, I guess
but you're
so.
Phil.
Yeah.
So,
So
do I need to cut that out? Like
you don't
people,
need to cut anything out. I call me whatever. It's just a Discord name. You can call me whatever.
Yeah, no, you're one of a kind too with BBS. So, wow, wow,
Whew.
wow, wow, wow,
I
wow,
was like
wow.
seriously like going through a museum and looking at all the pieces and realizing that you can't take any of them. Like it's so good.
Look,
Every
the Van
single one was
Gogh.
just like, wow,
Yeah,
you have that. Not
yeah,
financial advice, obviously, but goodness.
yeah. When I was putting this together last night, I was like, wow, 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 and I just kept scrolling. I was like, oh my, like wow,
One of those is
wow.
a highlight in anybody's collection, and that the ridiculous comment that you had was, and you have a couple of these others, and you just like quickly went through them. Like what?
I was gonna say
It was ridiculous.
the King of Kings Leonidas, the King Leonidas to the end,
Hmm.
but it just didn't make sense. Like his story started with
Started with that, yeah,
Spartans,
and
so
it's
we
a
needed to
beautiful
start
piece. Like,
Spartan, and then we could come down to like the customs and the
mhm.
ultimate heroes and the series two, heroes and all that. Just so much good stuff. But what a great guy! Like so deserving of the collection. Like
Yeah, it's smart
a
about
huge,
things, and yeah, good community
yeah,
member.
just a great community. And what I love is like you heard him. He's he's he trades and he does
Hmm.
like you said he's the stuff for the communities, putting one up for a community
Very
member.
generous, yeah.
Like just like some people like it once it's in their collection, it's never coming out no matter what, and
Mhm.
that's just them. Like but B-Hit is open to trading and just collecting what he wants to collect. Doesn't
Yeah,
have to hold everything forever. So that's
yeah,
great for a community too, because people like me that come in and see
right.
something like, I bet if he had one of those purple patch pirates that, that you're, wanting to
Well,
be
we'll
part of
definitely have
your
to trade
10
then.
or 13. He'd be up for at least a discussion about it. Yeah.
At least a discussion, right? He's never going to just say no. That's not going to happen. So
yeah.
sometimes I appreciate that dialogue too, because you really get to understand someone as a person when you're trying to negotiate something that you both want, and you want it to be a win-win, right? Like,
Exactly.
or that's how I look at it. Like, if I'm going to trade with someone, I want that to be a win-win. So yeah, I'm going to win, but I need to give you something that you're going to win too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sometimes
that's
that
usually
comes in the
just
form of ETH. Sometimes it comes in
right.
the form of a trade of,
Mhm.
like assets or, something. But, you, as a community member, I love it when it's a win-win. I don't want to be on the losing side of, everything so that you can feel like you got to win kind of thing. That I've been in too many transactions like that. And it just, and B-Hit's not that person. B-Hit's like, he
No.
makes it a win-win. Like, he's,
Mhm.
like he said, he might be able to help me out with a pirate egg. I'm excited about that. And again, we'll make it a win-win, like ETH or
Right, but you have
whatever.
the resources to help him make that a win-win. So it's not like
Yeah.
a charity or whatever. So I think that's going
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
great. Hopefully, after you guys talk about it, hopefully, it works out for you both.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
And
I'm
that'd
excited.
be awesome. Like, we all need those ultimate hero squirrels. Um,
Just,
just epic.
just
But just
Yeah,
yeah,
just want one. Originally, when we first started minting in the fall, I was like, I want 7 of them, so everybody in my family gets one.
right,
Now I'm like,
yeah,
I just want one.
mhm,
I don't need
right,
one for every family member now because like with the Spartans trying to get 7. Like I ended up doing that for them, but they just don't care. So
hmm
they care, but they like he said, it's just one of the things that he does. That's
yep,
his family members don't necessarily do, but that's okay. We
hmm
gotta have our own things, and the Battle Bunnies is our own things for guys like us and
yep,
girls who
and girls.
do yeah. So now we've got a nice mix, nice collection, nice collection of community members from all walks of life. I love that about our community. So if you're interested in learning more, definitely visit the Battle Bunnies Discord. Like we probably don't promote that enough. Like there's a lot of great information, games. You meet. You'll be able to talk to B-Hit. You'll be able to talk to us as we're there regularly on a daily basis. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on with the Dark Scyther games right now. It's never too late to get in on that. There's just
Yeah, we have a
so much.
weekly contest for the fan cast. So if you answer, 5 questions, it's not, we've made it so that they're multiple choice questions, which are kind of fun to give crazy answers to.
Yeah,
I wonder if anybody picks those. But anyway, um, yeah, so you could win, you can, and then, there's just so many things, so many opportunities to get involved and to just be here, as a member or not, just hang out and learn a little bit about it, figure out, why we have over 30 guests on this show that are willing to come on and tell you their story, take time out of their lives to just tell you everything that they're doing and show their collection. So we saw another one today with B-Hit, amazing collection, but it didn't just happen overnight. It was something that he gradually built into. He really thought about what he was going to do, and he was strategic about it. And he's also giving back to the community, which is the perfect circle in my mind is when you get to a point where you have what you need, and then you're willing to just kind of take a step back and say, what do others need? um, so that to me is just it's a great an ideal great community member that's willing to just do that for everybody else. So I'm
yeah,
really looking forward to seeing who gets that dragon, because that's going to be a part of their story. Like who wouldn't want B-Hit as part of their story, right? I mean, that's going to be epic in itself.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, that was another great episode, everybody.
Mhm.
Join us again next week as we bring on another ultimate fan. Could be you. Just reach out to us if you'd like to be
Know
on
it
the
if it
show.
was you though, but anyway, it could be you.
What's that?
Did you know it if it was you? but it could
We
be.
don't know if it's you. Maybe
We don't know. You're right. Yeah, scratch that.
Yeah, no. We all know it's you, but the rest of the audience, the rest of the community, the rest, they won't know that it's you until they see you on the Ultimate Fancast. So yeah, we appreciate BHit being with us. Like and subscribe, do all those things. And we'll do this again next week. Have a great one. Thank you for joining us today, Ultimate Fan. BBS, Lord L, and Brian, that's me, do hope you enjoyed today's program as much as we did, where Ultimate fans like you are the stars of the show. We'd be honored to have you join us on a future episode where you can share your story and love of the Battle Bunnies with this encouraging community. It would be the greatest compliment if you shared something you love about the Battle Bunnies on your favorite social platform today like X, Facebook, or Instagram and tagged us. Or simply use hashtag UltimateFancast so we can recognize and celebrate with you and other super fans by sharing your post. Bonus points if you do both and use an image of one of your favorite Battle Bunnies or a screenshot of this episode. We know you share, like, and comment because you care about our fellow Ultimate fans as much as we do. Please leave comments too to let us know how we can make this the greatest fan experience for the Battle Bunnies community. This podcast is sponsored by Hairstream Media, your bunnies all the time streaming service. Okay, not really. It is just us fans like you giving some of our time to support other fans like you. Join us over in the Battle Bunnies community and Discord to continue the fun. We hope you tune in with us each week. So make it easy. Subscribe now. We'll be here to keep you hopping when you need us.